great maturity there. I've got to keep it that way.
I don't want to put Dane in this category yet, but when you bring in guys like Paul and Blake, he kind of moves down the whatever, like to the point where he almost looks like he's playing like Steve Astoria, where you look at the final stat sheet and it's quietly he's got 18 points, he does a little this, he does a little that, kind of like what Steve did for you.
Great comparison, because that's who I kind of said my goal was, to get him playing like that. And I think today, and we've been trending this way, he had Steve's tempo. He didn't do anything erratic. He played very smart, certainly very confidently, was smart defensively. I just loved his presence overall. But that's a great comparison, and nobody was more dependable and rock solid every day than Stevie V.
Does Wesley, he seems to bring up the notion of starting. Are you going to have to fight that temptation, or can you get through him on that and have him recognize his role? You know,
I think he and I have talked a lot about that, and that's not out of the question down the road. I actually thought about it at halftime, but the one thing he does know, and I think what's interesting is those 7 know they're in the rotation. And so just play right. Now those old guys get that, because they've kind of been, for Blake it's kind of new, and I told him this morning at breakfast, for Blake, don't force anything, let it come to you. You're gonna play a lot today. Don't worry about that. And but I think if that's the way we gotta go some days, we'll definitely, again, you know what, for Blake, Cormac, Trey, Dane, and Prentice, they are great big brothers to him. They have said, we need you. When he's making plays, those old guys are like, yeah, but Prentice, especially Prentice, he's not threatened, he's secure. I'm really proud of that, to know we need him and bring him along. And I think they've done the same with Paul. They're like, Prentice turns to me early in the game, let's run something to get Paul a touch. Yes.
Speaking of that, how nice is it that you can dump it down low to him? You know something good's either going to happen inside or outside.
Yeah, he is. Our best days have been, my best years, even at Delaware, have been when you can throw it to a low post guy, and they got to respect it, and then you have some spacing around it. And I thought for Paul tonight there was a little bit of an adjustment to physical bodies, and then he kind of adapted. And I think that's going to be something we got to keep talking to them, like their bodies. Now there's different bodies coming at you on a nightly basis, and but he plays with a great tempo, and our guys love throwing it in there to him.
What